They told us Shadore Sanders was nothing more than a flashy fifth-round experiment. A big name with a college highlight reel and nothing else. They called him a project, a backup, a quarterback meant to sit quietly in the shadows while the veterans handled business. But today, on day 5 of Cleveland Browns training camp, that narrative shattered into 1,000 pieces. The same Shedeur they buried behind Joe Flacco and Gabriel stepped onto the field. The entire atmosphere in Berea changed. He didn't just throw passes, he commanded the field like he already owned it. 9 passes, 9 completions, 2 touchdowns, the only touchdowns of the day. The precision was mesmerizing, the confidence undeniable, the leadership unmistakable. It wasn't luck, it wasn't a fluke. This was surgical football. This was the performance of a quarterback making an unspoken declaration. I'm here now, and you can't ignore me anymore. From the very first snap, it was clear that Shedeur wasn't just trying to survive practice, he was controlling it. He read the defense with icy calm, slid in the pocket with effortless poise, and fired throws that seemed to hum through the humid camp air. The chemistry with rookie receiver Gage Larvadain was instant and electric. One moment in particular will live in the minds of every player and reporter who witnessed it: a perfectly placed ball to Larvadain, threading the needle with a defender blanketed over his shoulder. It wasn't just a good throw, it was that throw, the kind that separates clipboard holders from franchise quarterbacks. The sideline went quiet. Players paused. Even coaches looked at one another like they'd just seen a ghost of Cleveland's long-lost future. Because in that instant, every scouting report that downplayed Shadore's readiness felt laughable. This wasn't a rookie getting lucky. This was a quarterback built for the NFL stage, showing he belonged. And here's the part the cameras didn't catch. The part that tells you everything about who Shadore Sanders really is. After practice ended, when most players were joking, reviewing film, or heading to the showers, Shedeur stayed. He stayed to clean up bad snap exchanges with rookie center Brady Lam. No media, no coaches. No teammates cheering him on, just a young quarterback putting in work because greatness demands it. Then it happened. Myles Garrett, the face of the franchise, the heart of the defense, one of the most feared pass rushers in the league, walked over, no fanfare, no words. It's just a quiet nod of respect and a willingness to help Sanders work through the finer details. For a rookie quarterback in the NFL, there's no louder endorsement than that silent nod from a player like Garrett. You can't fake that. You can't script that. That's earned. And that moment spoke volumes to everyone watching. The players in that locker room see it. The veterans know what's happening. When a rookie earns that kind of respect from the team's alpha, the whispers spread fast. This kid is real. What makes this rise even more dramatic is how far Shedeur had to climb just to get here. Days ago, he wasn't throwing 2-star receivers. He wasn't even running with the twos. He was tossing balls to equipment staff in hoodies, getting the scraps while veterans and higher draft picks took the spotlight. Joe Flacco, the seasoned vet, Gabriel, the hand-picked rookie, Kenny Pickett, the hopeful comeback story. Shedeur was supposed to just wait and watch. But here's the thing. He never complained. He never pouted, never posted a cryptic tweet or begged for attention. He just worked. He studied film. He sharpened his footwork, waited for that one small crack of opportunity. And when the football gods gave him that sliver, he kicked the door open. The timing couldn't have been more poetic. Kenny Pickett, sidelined by injury, and the quarterback room thrown into chaos. Shedeur got his first real chance with the second team, and the energy around the entire facility shifted. You could feel it. The rhythm was different. The throws were crisper. The huddle had a new voice that didn't hesitate, didn't doubt. And it's not just about stats, though. Stats are screaming. 949, 2 touchdowns, 0 hesitation. He's been the most accurate, most composed quarterback on the roster all camp. But more than that, he's making the throws that change minds and win locker rooms. It's making the throws that make veterans put their phones down, that make coaches lean in, that make the media whisper. Are we watching a star being born? Even the fans in attendance felt it. Phones came out, tweets flew, and the buzz online exploded. By the end of practice, Nobody was talking about Joe Flacco's experience, Dylan Gabriel's potential, or Kenny Pickett's resilience. They were talking about Shadore Sanders. The crazy part is, none of this was supposed to happen this fast. The plan was simple. Draft him in the 5th round, stash him behind the veterans, let him develop quietly, and maybe unleash him in a year or two. But plans mean nothing when talent refuses to wait. Shadore Sanders is forcing the Browns to rethink everything. He's rewriting the script with every perfect spiral and every composed moment under pressure. And now, the spotlight isn't just on Shedeur, it's on the Browns coaching staff. How long can Kevin Stefanski and company pretend this is just a developmental story? How long before the depth chart has to reflect reality? Every day Shedeur doesn't get first-team reps. Another day the whispers grow louder. Fans are already asking the question out loud, why not him? Let's be brutally honest. If Shadore Sanders were named Sean Smith and came out of Alabama or Michigan, he'd already be hailed as the future. He wouldn't be buried on the depth chart. He wouldn't be fighting for scraps. But Shedeur carries the weight of being Dion Sanders' son, a product of an HBCU, a 5th rounder with a massive brand. The NFL system wasn't built to celebrate someone like that. They'd rather he earn it quietly, even when his play screams that he already has. But Shedeur doesn't care about their politics. He doesn't care about their narratives. He's not asking for respect with his mouth. He's demanding it with his game. He's letting the ball do the talking, and the message is deafening. We've seen this movie before. As Sanders walks into a program with doubters in every corner, the media downplays him, the system resists him, and then, brick by brick, throw by throw, he flips the entire narrative. It happened at Jackson State. It happened at Colorado. And now, it's happening in Cleveland. Day 5 of Browns training camp wasn't just a good practice. It was a statement. It was a warning shot to the league and a wake-up call to the organization. Shadore Sanders isn't coming, he's here. He's rising fast. And the only question left is whether the Browns will get out of his way before he forces the issue himself. So, to every analyst who still won't say his name with respect, to every coach still clinging to a wait-your-turn plan, remember, what happened today? 9-4-9, 2 touchdowns, perfect poise, Myles Garrett nod. The energy shift you can't measure on a stat sheet, whether the NFL is ready or not. Shadore Sanders is about to make Cleveland Day and the entire league pay attention. This is the Huddle HQ. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment if you made it this far. Because when the Browns' future takes the field, you'll want to be able to say you saw the moment it all began.